Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marisa, the girl behind Grow Gently, and as promised, today is the beginning of my series where I talk in detail about my planner sections. And this series is actually inspired by the same series that Rana Plant here on YouTube made, I believe, like last year or 2 years ago. I don't remember, but it was actually inspired by her. And today I will talk about my inbox and my first divider, which is self-care. So starting with my inbox, first I have this dashboard I made myself, and this is actually a freebie. You can find in my links down in the description box below. There's currently 6 different sizes available. So this inbox, this is where I keep the inbox dashboard. This is a freebie from EO Edits. I printed on thick vellum I got on Amazon, and the flowers pattern is also a freebie, also printed on vellum from Pleur Papeterie, and I glue them together so I can switch them together. And I keep here some sticky notes in case I need to jot something really quick, like a reminder or an appointment before I schedule it in my quarter. And these sticky notes I got on AliExpress years ago, so I don't have the link anymore, but I'm pretty sure this is something you can find on planner stores and even on Amazon and AliExpress. I still believe they have lots of offers. And this inbox list I made myself, and it's divided in 2 categories: need to buy and need to do. And in these lists I put things that are not time bounded or that I need to do as a regular task like buying my cat's medication. And so this also acts as a trigger list when I do my monthly planning. I don't keep anything else in my inbox because everything else is either on other lists or in my calendar section that I'll talk about in a future video. And starting with the first tab, self-care, like I said in my previous video, these dividers are by Crossbow Planner Co. I do believe they are currently unavailable because Jordan released a new version last year, and now she offers leather dividers. The texture is leather, and they, instead of being pre-labeled like these ones, they have a set of tabs and you can choose how you want to use them. But I really like these ones. These are cardstock and they come in a set of 6, but I only use 4. So this first dashboard in self-care I also made myself. It has some of my favorite quotes, and the pictures I chose are actually inspired by my word of the year flow that I have here. In this section is where I keep my yoga monthly calendars. I practice at-home yoga and I like to follow Adrian's Mishler calendar. So every month there's a theme and it's completely free to use. You get a practice for the whole month. And I usually use that theme as my word of the month, and I like to print a calendar along with some of the messages that Adrian sends us, like this one. This comes with the calendar. It's where she explains the theme and what we need to embrace this month. So I've been doing this since 2018. Last year I stopped printing them because I have the Find What Feels Good app where I can track my practices, but I kind of really miss these inserts, and so for this year I'll start to print them again. And the front page in this one and in February is actually a print screen from Fembo app. This is also an app I use to track my cycle and my symptoms as well as my mood. And every day when you do a check-in, there's the soul message, and some of them I liked so much I decided to print screen them. And so I was using them in my journal. and incorporate them when it kind of spoke to me or how I was feeling mentally. And I decided to bring that also to my planner, and so I have this one and this one. This is January and the theme was flow, and this is February and the theme is admire. And this was the one that inspired me to do my mood board that I have for February. I can show you, it's here. And this is also a freebie, and you can find it also in my freebies folder that I have linked down below, also in 6 sizes. Then I use this tracker from EO Edits, and instead of a goal I actually write the theme of the month. I did miss some of the practices this month, but that's okay, because I used to get really triggered and anxious when I missed one, but with time and after I stopped tracking things for a whole year, I became more aware of the, let's say, the flow of life, and now some days we just need to rest. And so now I'm at a place mentally where I can accept and be at peace with tracking, even if there's days where I don't track, where I don't practice, and so I won't have to put like the check that I did. And that's actually an advice I can give, because if you, like me, sometimes struggle with perfectionism sorry, and anxiety that comes with that, trackers can be a double-sided sword. So I noticed in 2022 I was becoming really obsessed with things I wanted to do every day, and I was really struggling when some days I wasn't achieving that perfect day. And so because of that, I stopped using trackers in 2023, so I kind of could clean my system, and now I feel I can do it in a healthy way. So, and this is the proof that not all planner systems needs to be the same. Sometimes one thing may work for me and not for you, or vice versa, and that's okay. We need to embrace that, because I feel that it's a really important factor that makes our planning more mindful, healthy, and productive, because we need to see our planner as a tool and not as something that kind of triggers us and gives us anxiety. And so after that, I have the Planner Aisles freebies. This one and the others one I'll spoke. They come in a set. It's from our self-care, no, wellness. It's from our wellness self-care pack, and it's freebies. I only use a few, and I actually change. I use the PDF editor. I changed the fonts and I added some text in here. And so I have this one where I track my steps. I have a goal of 6,000 daily steps, and I use color coding so I can track if I did more or less than 6,000, or if I achieve more than 10,000 steps. This is a way to motivate me to go to daily walks, as I'm currently working from home and it can be really hard to get out of the house. And as you can see, in January I pretty much didn't hit 6,000 steps a lot of the days, and that's because it was raining so much. So I live in Porto. It's a very rainy city, and sometimes there's more than 5 weeks straight where the weather is really gray and it rains a lot and my mood becomes really low. And so I incorporated this tracker so I can visualize how I did in terms of steps and how that relates to my mood, because I find that the days where I don't go for a walk are the days that I actually feel worse, which is very understandable. After that, I have my symptoms tracker. This is where I track my cycle. I actually write it here, and because I also use Femble, the app I call here, and so this is just so I can have a view on paper. I track here some symptoms related to my IBS because sometimes it flares up, and this way I can have an overview of my symptoms when I talk to my doctor. And also related to that, I have the weight tracker because when I have those flare-ups, I tend to lose weight really fast. Like even in December, I lost like 5 kilograms in a month, which is a lot for me because I'm not overweight. My weight is very healthy, but and so I know that when that happens, it's because my IBS it's through the roof, and so I need to pay closer attention to my diets, my vitamins, my probiotics, sometimes even incorporate other medicines to help me control it. And I have it on an Excel. I just need to put it here. And in the back there's a measurements tracker, and I still don't know if I want to use it. That's why it's still blank, because when I was in my 20s I didn't have a very good relationship with food and with my body, and it wasn't serious. I was able to become aware of some negative patterns I was starting to have, and so I was able to reverse that situation, but I'm still afraid to use it because we tend to become overly obsessed. Sometimes me as a perfectionist, that it's something that impregnated in me actually, and so I know I can become easily over obsessed with something, and so I'm still considering if I want to use it. I just printed because it was available and I actually like the style. And finally, there's these note pages. This is where I keep some tips and recipes for air masks and air oils, as well as some products I want to test, because, and also related to self-care and wellness. Last year, after I went through burnout, I actually started to lose weight and went through a massive hair loss. Like, the density of my hair is extremely low now still. It was horrible and I'm actually better now. My hair is still very thin, obviously, because it can take up to 2 years to have the volume we had before. And so because I lost quite a quantity, I can tell my density is very low. My nails also suffered and they become very thin and would break a lot. That's the reason I've been keeping them shorter actually. And so, and this is also something that is helping me through my health journey. So now I have a hair care routine and I'm really into it. You know, I bought a lot of oils. I have a scalp massager, I have a bamboo brush, I use shampoos and conditioners that are appropriate to what happened to me, you know. And I also take hair and nails vitamins, so it can help the hair recover and also the nails. And that's pretty much everything I have here in this section. And as you can see, is all related to self-care, and everything has a purpose. And every time I feel something isn't working anymore, like if I become overly obsessed with tracking my steps, or if I know that this tracker is giving me again anxiety because I feel bummed because I didn't practice yoga like for a week or something, I actually stopped doing that. And that's another advice I can give you, because like I said, our planner is supposed to help us, and we don't need to buy and use all of the inserts we like when we see them on stores, because I feel like we need to be mindful of what we need. And sometimes we see people that can track like a million things, for example, and we just can't. And so that's the same as the planner size. I like using A5, but some probably you use personal or pocket. And so the same way the planner size can work or not for us, the inserts are the same. And so that's why I keep minimal inserts. I try to do a lot of the inserts I use, especially when it comes to self-care, because although there's amazing inserts available, when we do it ourselves, we can actually make it more personal, and we can kind of actually go straight to the point. And if I want to track steps, I can do this, and my symptoms can work like this. And so that's pretty much it. This section is very concise, and it just has what I need. So that's pretty much it for today's video. In the next video, I will be talking about dreams, and I don't know if I will talk finances, because dreams has even fewer inserts, so it would be a very short video. But yeah, make sure to subscribe, to like or comment on this video if you saw something that you like, or if you want to ask me something about what I'm using. And that's pretty much it. I hope you liked it, and I hope you come back soon. So bye.